another health transformation video. So I actually can't remember right now when I started this, but the purpose of my health transformation was to keep me accountable, lose some weight, get healthy, actually focus on my health and how I went about my day and how I moved my body and what I put into my body. But what I've realized during this health transformation period is that the words I say about myself and to myself make a huge difference. The way I respond to myself, perceive myself, has actually made a bigger difference along this health journey than what I realized that it would. So I originally started this because I kept looking in the mirror at myself and going, ugh. And I thought, I can't live like this. We can't live in a way that we are literally disgusted by the reflection in the mirror. That's who we are. And so I've made a really conscious effort lately to smile at myself in the mirror. And I don't need to, profess my undying and unconditional love. You don't need to get too dramatic. You absolutely can if you want to. I often have told myself that, I love you into the mirror, so it's not about that. But you can't go from to I love you unconditionally, and I'm so proud of you. You have to make those steps in between without them being wrong or bad or, you feel like it's not a big enough leap. Forward is forward. So I've made a really conscious effort to smile at myself in the mirror. And, if I'm feeling particularly inspired, I might say, you're doing okay. Or, you're doing the best you can. And it's just about soothing yourself. So interestingly, I haven't been moving my body in a way that would, really impact weight loss. So I have previously said that I know how to lose weight. I need to move my body more than I eat, more than I put into it. That's how you lose weight. But there's all these self-sabotaging behaviors around what you eat, how much you eat, what you don't eat, not moving your body. And I sabotage myself with weight all the time. It's just, I emotionally eat, I soothe myself with chocolate, and I don't like the feeling that cardio gives me where your heart's racing and I feel like I'm actually triggered or, moving into a panic attack. I don't like that feeling of cardio. And so I've had to work with those behaviors and with my limiting beliefs and with my concerns to really go about my day in a way that works for me. And so I had originally said that I was sitting around that 80 to 85 kilo mark. I haven't been below 78 kilos in a number of years. And that's just where my belief is and where my weight fluctuates to. So interestingly, I haven't been moving my body more, but I'm actually sitting around the 77 kilo mark. And it's not going up, and it's not going down. But that's really interesting to me that when I started smiling at myself in the mirror instead of going, ugh, you disgust me, I've not only gone below 78 kilos for the first time in years, but it's just staying there, and I'm not moving my body more, and I'm not being particularly, what's the word? I'm not really looking at what I'm eating very much. I'm not being specific about it. I'm not being overly intentional about what I'm eating at the moment or, having a diet or anything like that. If I eat chocolate, I eat chocolate. I don't make it a big deal. That's the path I'm taking. And I'm finding that I am sleeping better. I feel much calmer during the day. It is very, very common for people who have experienced, trauma and domestic violence as I have, to be triggered and sort of move in and out of survival mode literally all day. It's Dr. Joe Dispenza who says that the average person lives up to 70% of their day in survival mode, which is just, it's not only crazy, but it's sad because being in survival mode stops your healing and your growth and repair of your body, your systems, your functions, your cells. Being in survival mode stops all that. It halts it. And so if we're living our days, up to 70% of our day in this survival mode, we're living the majority of our day not being able to grow and repair and heal our bodies and our minds and our souls. And so that's what I've been focusing on the most lately. Not so much moving my body and getting an exercise routine, putting a diet into place or anything like that. It's just learning to be okay with me, and it's accepting me, and it's to stop looking at myself in disgust in the mirror. And you know, my goal is I would love to get down to about 70 kilos. I'll reassess along the way. My next goal is 75 kilos. But just being kinder to myself is what I've really found to be the tipping point this time. I'm not yelling at myself or berating myself for eating the chocolate. It just is. And then we move on. It's just caring more about how I feel. Just being nicer to myself. And I'm finding it's making a huge difference. So that's where I'm up to at the moment. It is the 12th of June today. So I think it's been about 6 weeks since I really started this. I've had some stuff in there. So we had a death in my children's dad's side of the family, which, you know, rocked us all a little bit. And obviously we had the funeral and there's some stuff. So I haven't been particularly focused on my weight, but I'm finding that I'm constantly focused on my overall health and well-being. So how do I feel about myself at the moment? What am I, you know, what's really overthinking? What am I really ticking over at the moment that I need to look into? What do I want at the moment? You know, more energy, more sleep, just really looking after my body, trying to take care of my body in a nurturing, nourishing way. So have a great rest of your day. You are significant because you are, and I love you because you exist. And I wish you lots of health and wellness.